What am I saying?
Welcome to Cut the Ish, Real Talk Sports, where we strip away the fluff and get straight to the heart of the game. From the hottest plays on the court to the controversies off it. We're breaking it all down with unfiltered takes and raw honesty. No sugarcoating, no holding back. Just real talk for real fans. Let's get into it.
Hey everybody, how y'all doing today? It's your girl Keisha with Cut the Ish Real Talk Sports. I'm up here chilling with my girl Tony from So Pretty Tony at So Pretty Tony 7237. Make sure you go subscribe, hit the like button on this live, and make sure you go subscribe to Cut the Ish with Real Talk Sports and Court Vision with So Pretty Tony. Our handles are right under our names. So very easy for you to go and see. But make sure you hit the like button, engage in the chat so YouTube can know we doing something right. Hey, it's Friday, y'all. It's Friday. And I guess we can't go a day without some news in the WNBA. We're going to talk about the Connecticut Sun possibly being sold to Houston. They trying to bring back the Comets, and then we're gonna talk about an interesting interview with Arike Ogunbowale and her plans for the offseason up there at Unrivaled. So that's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to get into Connecticut Sun first, y'all. But let me say hi to my early birds in the chat. What's up, big girl? What's up,
big girl?
How y'all doing? What's up, Felicia? How y'all doing? Thank you for coming through. Donna C., I see you. Thank you. Early.
Love you.
They get the worm.
We love you.
Look, I don't even understand that phrase because who would want the worm? But either way it goes, you know. I'm gonna say it. You all right, Tony?
I'm good, man. Hey. Stand it.
God, my sister was like, I still don't know what it means. I say nobody knows what it means.
Nobody knows what it means. We just 6'7" around here. We 6'7" around here.
Nobody knows what it means. What's up, Jemima? How you doing today? Nobody knows what it means. We just out here, 6'7" it up because it's basketball. I don't know what else to say. I don't know what else to tell you. But hey, we had some breaking news today. I guess it's breaking news. You know what I'm saying? Because the we guess because the WNBA been around here playing in these the Mohegan tribes face, because they went through a couple of. They had already announced that they were going to sell their franchise, but the WNBA is trying to, in my opinion, this is just my opinion, y'all. They are trying to control that sale of the Connecticut Sun for the Mohegan tribe. And as we know, in the beginning of this whole saga, it started with the Boston businessman offering to buy the Connecticut Sun and move the team to Boston. However, the WNBA doesn't seem like it was okay with that transaction. They have a certain certain timeline and when they want teams to be in certain cities. And one of their priorities, as they have said, was to get Houston back a team. So they kind of, I think the sale at that time was like $325, and they said no, because there's a governing board for the WNBA, and before you can sell a team or acquire a team, it has to be approved by the WNBA. So the WNBA said no to Boston. And then they went in and said, okay, well, maybe we'll try to keep it in Connecticut, bring in some investors and all that. And that was the kind of the last time I heard about what the Connecticut Sun was doing. So now emerging, the Houston Rockets owner is emerging as a potential buyer for the franchise. So let me bring this up right quick and tell y'all. All right, so the discussions between the Houston Rockets and Connecticut Sun have emerged as a pivotal moment in the WNBA landscape, reflecting a strategic interest in expanding the league's footprint in major markets. We all know that Houston is a major market. They already had a team at one time. The Comets might have ended back in 2008, I believe. The team left. And then I vaguely remember, but I do remember the San Antonio had the Stars. That team moved to Vegas. And the Wings came maybe. The Wings are not a long-term organization. I think they might have been here since like 2016, 2017. That's when women's basketball came back to the state of Texas. But however, as anybody knows, Texas is a big state. So having two franchises here is not out of the realm of possibility. But the Dallas Wings came, I think, in 2016 or 2017. And now Houston, which is a big market, which houses the Rockets, wants a team. The importance of relocating the Connecticut Sun to Houston could revitalize the franchise, tapping into a larger fan base and enhancing the overall visibility of women's basketball in a historically significant sports city. The WNBA has expressed a keen interest in Houston as a viable market for expansion, recognizing the city's rich sports culture and potential for strong community. Tony.
Yeah.
I know Connecticut is a basketball state.
Right.
I do know that. I get it. The Mohegan tribe, they wasn't willing to invest any further, and come up with funds to put together a training facility and all that stuff. So they decided to sell, which I completely understand. The state of Connecticut people, I would say their fans have said, but this is a basketball state. We can just move it to another city in Connecticut and we'll be okay. The only thing I will ask you is, Houston is such a big market.
It is.
A women's team in Houston. Do you think it will be successful? Do you think that's the right move?
I think it is. You know why? And because they should have gotten rid of the Comets in the first place, right? It was a huge, huge program. They had a lot of fans.
They did.
They had a lot of fans, man. I mean, all the way up until the last game. So it would be crazy not to consider a market like that. That market is a big market, and they do have a lot of people that will attend a women's league there in Houston, more so than Dallas. That's the crazy part, because you would think that Dallas would be the bigger market, but it's not. It's Houston.
No, Houston's the bigger market.
Houston is the bigger market.
I live in the greater Dallas area, but Houston is the bigger market. They have way more people than us. Yeah.
Well, from the business standpoint of thinking, how you would say enriched, how enriched Houston is, you would think that, I mean, Dallas is, you would think that Dallas would be it, but it's not. It's Houston. It is definitely Houston.
It's Houston by a long, like, look, by
a really long shot.
And Houston is also one of them places, Tony, that's like, it's like a gumbo pot. There's a lot of different, cultures running around that city.
Yes,
the traffic is horrible.
Absolutely.
But go ahead.
Traffic is terrible. Driving through Houston. Oh my God. Shit, it take you 45 minutes just to get from one exit to the other.
I know.
The traffic is terrible, but we still love going to visit.
Right.
We still love going to have fun. They got everything you could ever want in Houston, for sure.
Everything.
But yes, it would be the ideal if you just wanted to have a team in the state of Texas. I don't think that Dallas is it. It is definitely Houston. I think when they got rid of, when they talked about bringing in Dallas and Silver Stars moved to Vegas, they thought that Dallas would be a bigger market, and it was a bigger market. It is a bigger market than San Antonio. However, their best market in the state of Texas is Houston.
Yeah.
So yes, the Comets, bringing the Comets back would be the absolute best choice.
And, you know, just to give y'all some context about the Dallas Wings, because I knew they came in about 2016, but the Dallas Wings were originally the Detroit Shot. The Detroit Shot started in 1998, and then they moved to Tulsa, Oklahoma in 2010, and then it moved from Tulsa to Dallas. So that's how. And then Dallas got their team. That's when the team debuted as the Dallas Wings in 2016. So even with the Houston Rockets, the state, I will put it to you like this: Dallas is a sports town.
Yes. It's a huge sports town. So guys, y'all gotta know that. Don't get it twisted.
Don't get it twisted. But I would think I just know the market of Houston is just so.
I'm sorry.
It's just so big that and that Comets team had a dynasty. I mean, they won.
It was a dynasty.
They won titles 97, 98, 99, and 2000. Kind of like what we're seeing from the Vegas Aces right now, because they're trying to establish. They have established themselves as a dynasty of this era. So I think Houston, like Donna C say, multicultural and bigger market.
Bigger market, absolutely.
Great food. The youngsters love
it. Great fun. Way too much fun.
Way too much fun.
I know.
It's a little faster. That's why I'm out here. That's why I'm out here with the in the Dallas areas are faster.
Yes.
Young people having fun. So for the Connecticut Sun to go from $325 million that Boston was offering, I think if I remember correctly, they was going to build a facility, but the WNBA has a schedule and they really want Houston to come back with a franchise more sooner than later. I do think it's going to be the better choice, even though I don't like how the WNBA did it, you know, because it's almost like they waited till they got an offer and then they was like, no.
Exactly.
No.
Like that.
So I don't know. I will say this. I will say the Houston Rockets, what they said in the article is the Houston Rockets owner will have them, the Houston team. I'm calling them the Comets because I don't know what else they will call them. It would be really weird if they don't call them the Comets. But anyway, he's saying they will play in Toyota Center, and also they will use the facilities that the Rockets have. So they already have,
which is good.
So they already have that pretty much. You know what I'm saying? Like, so with this sale if they sell to the Houston Rockets owner, they'll already be affiliated with an NBA team. He already have a facility ready for them to go and a place for them to play in. It'll be another NBA owner, though.
It's already ready to go because they already had the amenities already, Keisha. So if you bring a program back there, they're going to have everything that they need, including, like they said, they will use their facility, right? But if I could see them allowing them to use their facility and then maybe 4 or 5 years down the line, giving them their own, because that's just how Houston is and that's the way they think, and them having everything that they need. So Houston has everything that, of course, a WNBA team will need, and letting them use their facility, that means that they get to use absolutely everything they have, all the way down to their physicians, which are great, right? Because no other NBA team has offered that.
Right.
So
like I said, I think Houston is the best, is a sports town. Don't make no doubt about it. I do think the Houston Rockets owner has all the resources to facilitate running a WNBA team.
Right.
I could see them. I think they offering $250 million to buy the franchise from the Mohegan tribe. That would get them in a bigger market. I mean, they already building a training facility right now for the Dallas Wings. I've seen the plans on that, and it's really nice. So like you said, Tony, I think eventually they will separate them from the men. But right now, with this sale, they already have stuff in place because of the men's side. Do you like that there will be another NBA owner that owns a W team?
Yes, I would love it.
You like it? Okay.
I like it. Reason being, you don't have to worry about them getting the things that they need, right? They're going to probably give them more so what the rest of the league is getting, but they'll have a little bit more, right? i.e. everything that they need, chiro, weight room, recovery rooms, down to, like I said, physicians. You started off that way and you make that your selling ticket to bring a program back to Houston, and that's a no-win. Everybody should want to jump on that, no problem, right? Depending on if a team is willing to sell. But why not? I mean, if Connecticut is ready to sell, then just send them on over there, and guess what? You'll be able to make your roster how you want your roster. You know what I'm saying? And then, like I said, they're in breaking off and giving them what they need, but you want to first bring that baseline back, because Houston know what the Comets meant to them. They knew what kind of sales they had within there. But I think when Texas got into this big ordeal about which city would be the better city to host a WNBA team, and then you try to do 3, that was not going to work. It does not work like the NBA, right? The NBA works well because regardless to what San Antonio, the smaller city of the two, trash it. The smaller city is San Antonio when it comes to a baseline like that. So what better way to take the W from here? But you should have always had the Comets. So the Comets go before the Silver Star. That doesn't make any sense to me, right? But you wanted to baseline that by bringing Dallas and Houston being as close as they are. You're saying, okay, well, let's just make it in Dallas, because they were looking at the higher piece. And what I said in the beginning about the as you would say, the wealthier, right? Market in Dallas. Yes. But now you have to rethink, because although they're the wealthier, they're not gaining the traction that they should in the amount of years that they've had the organization thus far. But if you bring the Comets back, you still get to kind of keep the Dallas Wings. But if Dallas Wings at some point don't pick it up and they don't give Paige everything she needs to be successful and to bring more eyes to the Wings is going to lose their program. And I'm going to be 100% honest with that. So, but again, you have to bring something back to Houston, period.
Yeah. And I think that's why with the Dallas Wings, they're starting to invest more, building this new training facility, moving where they play to a different place and trying to invest. Because I think at first it's always, you just need investment in women's sports. I don't know why you think you can just let it just sit there and fizzle. That's not the way it works. If you want something to grow, you have to invest in it. You have to put money. If you're not willing to spend no money, then you might as well not start the franchise, because this takes money. So So now if we get 2 franchises in Houston, we got 2 NFL teams. We got the Texans, we have the Dallas Cowboys, and then we will have the Wings and the Comets. Of course, the WNBA Board of Governors has to agree to the sale, but they're gonna agree to it because this is where they wanted the Connecticut Sun to be moved to. That's why they stopped the Boston. Even though for me, Boston is a great sports town too. But something about Boston, the WNBA didn't like. I think what they didn't like was that they wanted this Houston team to come back before they expand into Boston. That's what I think. Just like
either way.
Yeah, that's what I think. I think they're like, look, we already told y'all who's gonna be coming out at different times. And maybe they wanted Houston to get an established team already instead of building from the ground up. Because I always said they could have been an expansion team and just start from the scratch. But the WNBA didn't look like they wanted to do that because the Valkyries did so well. They did extremely well in their first year. So I was cool with that. With just starting fresh with a team.
I'm gonna say this about the Valkyries, right? Valkyries had every game sold out. It was new. It was fresh. But if you can't bring that same intensity every year, it'll end up being like a Comets. You know what I'm saying? Because the Comets had everybody. You basically had standing room. You couldn't sell any more tickets because there was none to sell. To there being seats to sell. And, when things starts to go downhill, it doesn't look as good. Now you got a market such as Vegas, right? Vegas is steady going up. They're steady rising. Every year they have risen. How long has the Vegas Aces been in Vegas? They've been in there a minute. But every year they've rode that wave uphill. When you get to this point where you're here and you start to decline, it's going to be tough to say that Valkyrie will be able to sustain. I think they will, and I hope they will, because Natalie Nakasi did a great job with what she had, right? Players that, of course, teams didn't want, but those players went in there and look at them. They ended up in the playoffs. So you hope that they can continue to ride that wave. But that will be the same thing should a team come back to Houston and become the Comets again. You have to be able to always bring in fresh faces that are marketable, because that's what it's about now. Who's marketable, who can bring more eyes to your program. And you're going to have to always have that overturning situation. Like right now, Dallas, you have Paige. I know Goon don't like Paige, but whatever. Goon.
I love Paige.
Paige she's amazing, right?
She's a baller. So
she has the intangibles of the game that will move Dallas, and it will move the needle should you give her more players around her that are caliber of players, along with a good coach.
Right.
You could have good players, but a horrible coach, and you still you still end up in that same boat you would be in if you didn't have the great players, right? But again, it's all about right now. It's about who's marketable and who's not. That's why we go back to Chicago and we say that, you know, if you move Angel, you have nobody, right? You don't have nobody to market the Sky. Could you get more players in? Yes, you could get more players in, but if they're not marketable or they're not big names like that, it's just not going to work. They're just going to be just another team. And it's going to continue to have problems and continue to decline, regardless to whether you have a marketable player or not. In some of these organizations, they're just bad, like Sky. They're just a bad organization. They got to revamp from inside out. And that's just a problem with them. But Comets, you come in strong, you bring in the right coaches and the right players. And yes, you can have a sellout crowd for years. You just got to keep moving the needle forward like the Aces. Just when you think the Aces make a trade and you're like, man, why did Becky do that? Or why would that organization do that? But they still manage to be on top. And so that's the selling point. Always moving the needle up. You got to move it up. It can't be leveled and you can't move it down because it's not going to work.
Well, to Jemama's point, the Boston group that was trying to buy the Connecticut Sun, they was not backed by an NBA team. Do you believe that was the issue? Do you think the WNBA wanted to make sure they were backed by an NBA team with the resources to do all the things they require for their teams going forward? Do you think that's what it was? I know the Boston group. I remember the Boston group offering to build a training facility, but do you believe them not being a part of, affiliated with an NBA team that kind of had the WNBA saying, no, we don't want to sell to this Boston group?
Yeah, because every city that has a team, right? You don't have a huge baseline from the NBA, but you do have something, right? So every NBA team that has a WNBA program, they're doing something. It's unseen, and a lot of people don't know that, but they are having some type of I want to say help. I'm not going to use that word loosely because help is definitely not the key word, because if that was the case, they'd have their facility and they'd be using their physicians and everything else, and they were being well-oiled machines at this point. But I do think that is a situational for Boston as to why. I do believe.
June Brown says, I have a problem with them trying to twist the Mohicans tribe arm to make less money off the sale when the people buying it are billionaires. So I'm sick of the rich getting richer, period. Yeah, I didn't like.
I like that too, June Brown.
I mean, I agree with you, June Brown. I didn't like the way they just squashed.
You know that they feel they're beneath.
They just squashed. Look, they just squashed that offer.
They're an Indian tribe, and it becomes a racial thing. Period.
I didn't like it either.
Any other way. It's a racial situation, and it's like, why would we give you more money? Why? Can I buy this off of you for that, and still undermine and undercut the price that they really want?
But I will tell you this, Tony. If somebody offered me $325 million, somebody better I'm okay with the Houston getting 18, but somebody better make up that $75 million. If I'm the Mohegan tribe,
you got to make it up.
Yeah, because
make it up. That's it.
I'm okay with you saying, look, I really want a team in Houston before Boston. I'm actually okay with that sentiment because I want the Houston Comets to come back.
I do too.
You know what I mean? I want them to come back so I can just ride up the 45.
And the market is a lot huger too in Houston than it was.
Houston is a fun town.
It's much bigger. It's a fun town. They've grown financially since the Comets have been around too. So it's just a huge market now. I mean, it's
I'm cool with it. But I would say this: if I had an offer on the table for $325, and this other offer is 250, and the league want me to go with the 250. I'm asking the league where the rest of my money coming from. That's all. That's all I'm saying. Goon over there going crazy.
Goon is going ham in this chat.
Come on, ham.
He didn't get rid of black people, man. Stop.
He going ham. Just
let
Goon be.
I don't blame him. He love his people. I love that. Be you, Goon. Do what you do.
He love his people, man.
He love his people. That's good. That's a good thing. But no, I would love to see a team back in Houston. If you don't, I know San Antonio would be the last ideal place, but San Antonio has grown market wise as well. They have a lot of people moved to San Antonio from California, so it is huge in San Antonio now. You got freaking where you had land and cattle and shit everywhere. Now you ain't got nothing. You can't even see the forest from trees right about now. Some of their homes and stuff that are built, and businesses and warehouses and just stuff like that, right? And people are just pouring in, and it's no longer a retirement city. San Antonio used to be just a military retirement city, and in a small base for some other nationalities, as I was saying. Mexicans come in and they had their own baseline and had a lot of businesses and things like that.
Yeah, they did.
Well. But now it's so much broader. You have big companies, and like I said, half of freaking California have moved to San Antonio, and it's such a huge market now that it's crazy. The cost of living has gone skyrocketed. Because they can move from California. And from what they pay in California, hell, they can come and put a whole business together in San Antonio.
Right.
And that's essentially what's happening. And so they're coming in, they're buying stuff out, they're building, and it's bringing in huge businesses and large revenue, which is fantastic. But it still is nothing compared to Houston or Dallas. But it's getting there. It's rising. So, yeah, putting another team in a W in Houston would be great.
And I will say this, before we get off this topic, they got to move a little quickly now, because I would say, I'm going to read this right quick. Importance of timely resolution. A timely resolution is crucial to ensure the franchise's stability and competitiveness, particularly in the light of upcoming free agency and league developments. Because the Connecticut Sun is already a team, they have to go ahead and decide what they're going to do, because you got the CBA talks coming to a head on January 9th. You got I think it's like 123, 124 players that are in free agency. All of this has to, and you have current people on the team right now that you need to make decisions on. So if you're going to sell the team, you need to do it now. So the Houston Comets won't be behind the 8 ball once everything is said and done, and negotiations, hopefully, y'all, come to a close and a new CBA is done. They will want to finish these negotiations before, so they'll be ready to go once the new CBA is done. I don't think it'll be great for them to still be toiling around with this after the CBA is finished. They would want to give Houston at least time to put their best foot forward, because the Connecticut Sun is already an established team, and now you have to get everything ready to go for the 2026 season if you're going to make this move to Houston. So I would say W, or the Houston Rockets owner, is put up or shut up time. Either y'all going to sell the Connecticut Sun, or you're going to leave them in Connecticut, because you're running out of time. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right. Absolutely.
To relocate everybody where you need to relocate them too, so
right.
And I know they want to be a part of the, you got free agency, you got the draft coming. You want to have all that stuff said and done before you, sooner rather than later. And Tilman Fertitta, who's the owner of the Houston Rockets, he's a businessman. I'm pretty sure he understands all that. But I am excited. You don't think the move won't happen until 2027? AC Shot Time said, even if they sell, the move won't happen until 2027. Keisha, too many people think so. That's why I'm panicking.
They do think small. Because
I'm like, this needs to happen now. Maybe that's my woman brain, but this needs to happen now. I got too much stuff to do. But if they gonna wait to 2027, I'm gonna be sad. I want them to be in Houston in 2027. Is that selfish, Tony? I want them players don't want to be in the Mohegan Tribe, Connecticut Sun no more. They want to roll.
Hey, they want to, as you say, go somewhere where it's more marketable. It's about marketability. About marketability.
Your mama say they said 2027. I'm all depressed.
Yeah, it's 2027.
It
ain't but a year away. They ain't but a year away.
I know, but I wanted them to.
Because we're at 26 already.
I was like,
we're at 26.
Oh yeah, we in 20. Yeah,
we gonna be in 26 in 2 more weeks.
So,
you can last one more year.
I want my. Never mind. Moving on. I want to roll up to my daughter's house, have me a place to stay, and go to a game. I ain't got time for.
I just want to hit Houston. That's all.
Right. I wanted to roll, but still, they need to get this going. So that means if they buy it, they'll still have to stay in Connecticut for the year. That's depressing.
Yeah,
that's depressing. But anyway, you heard me.
I heard you.
Come on, Houston.
Houston. You better fast talk. Hey,
bring me
money talk, bullshit walk.
Right. Bree Minor 498 say, come on to Houston so K-Day can show the lady some love. I will say this. They will get love in Houston. And you know how sometimes
they get a lot of love in Houston.
And I think they will showcase them both, both teams to be together. I think it's a good thing. I think it's a good thing.
That's one thing I can say about Texas, right? They have a love for all of their programs. And everybody tend to get along really well.
Yeah, I agree.
The only one that kind of seems sometimes like eyeball is Spurs. The Spurs is just who they are.
Yeah, the Spurs do their own thing.
They do their own thing. The Spurs do their own thing.
They do their own thing. They say they ain't got
other
time
than
for
that,
talk about. But the Spurs are a very accomplished organization, even in a smaller market. You know what I'm saying? So, hey.
Oh, look, you being selfish.
You being selfish. Nisa Mar just bought her new China set. It ain't even been delivered. Let me tell you something, AC Shot Time. I want my Nisa Morrow 3 hours from me.
Yes.
And now you telling me I gotta wait another year and a half. I was depressed by it. I was depressed by it. I was ready for her to go. But yeah, I want a team in Houston. I think it would bring a whole bunch of buzz. And I think them being affiliated with the Rockets is a good thing. And that owner knows what it takes to run an organization. And I think the city will come out for the Comets. So that's just my take on that. We're gonna get to the next topic because you know why?
Why?
We're gonna stay in Texas.
Okay.
We're going to stay in Texas, and apparently somebody was up there doing interviews.
Shoot.
Right, doing interviews, doing Unrivaled.
Yeah.
And Amaru. They said something that had me with my eyeball up. And people just, They don't react like we want them to react because they not a WNBA junkie like me. But
Yeah,
oh well,
yeah.
I saw it. So I'm gonna bring this news to y'all. Let me read this from a tweet. Megan Hall is she's part of the media, so she was down there interviewing the ladies during media day for Unrivaled.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, here's the full quote from today's Unrivaled media session where Arike Ogunbowale spoke about conversing with other WNBA free agents while at Unrivaled and her future next season in the WNBA. Arike said, and I quote, I know all coaches are going to be coming out here and setting up shop because you have the best of the best all in one area. Player to player wise, I like to mind my business. So I'm not going to be in anybody's face asking them what they're doing. Whatever people do is whatever people do. Once I figure out the CBA and what team I'll be on and what team I'm going to sign with, then maybe I'll do some talking. But I'm going to mind my business. I don't like to be in the mess. I'll leave that up to y'all.
Keisha. She said that, Keisha.
She did. It's on.
It's in black and white, Keisha. It's in black and white.
It's on the screen.
It's in black and white, Keisha. It's in black and white. Okay.
What I
is saying, she understands. She understands the political side of the house, is what she's saying. I'm gonna be a free agent, and either they're gonna let me go and send me someplace else. I don't know where I'm gonna be because maybe she's hearing, or maybe she want to go, but she ain't gonna tell you she want to go. You'll hear that afterwards, right?
Right.
But she's saying she's gonna mind her business. She's gonna sit back and she's gonna wait and see. That's just to make you sit there and guess. She know where she want to go if she don't stay.
And she said she's not gonna be doing no recruiting. You know how they was recruiting last year. They got old Brittany Griner to roll up to Atlanta, and they was doing all that chirping with each other. She said she's not gonna be asking none of them questions. She's gonna sit over there and mind her business.
Mind her business.
She ain't talking about the wing. She ain't talking about no team until she figure out what she wanna do.
There you go.
With her career. She just up there to hoop. She just up there to hoop, chat.
Yeah, that's all she wanna do. That's all.
She just up there to hoop chat. I just focus
before y'all sit there and say I want to move. I'm just minding my business. I don't care what y'all say. I'm gonna go wherever they tell me to go, without telling you I'm gonna pick where I want to go. I'm just saying.
I'm super focused on once I figure out the CBA and what team I'll be on.
What team she gonna be on? Because she just
told you she ain't going there with. So y'all take that any way y'all want.
Arike is very smart. Tipico said Arike is very smart. Natasha Cloud was recruiting for Mercury just for them to trade her trade her.
Right.
That's right.
She right.
Right. She was stunned. She was very stunned. She was like, "What? Oh, that's how y'all do me." I saw her interview. Her interview was something else.
Now, our question to y'all is, should Arike want to go back to Dallas?
Child, hell no. I'm sorry. Did I say that loud?
Or should she, because she's a free agent.
She's a free agent. It's time for her to explore something else. You know why? Given the situation the last 3 years for her, I just think it's time for a change. I think it's time for a change for her. I mean, maybe a change will get her back where she want to be, because she played hurt 2 years ago. Then a year ago, she just got back to her old self, and then this year, look what happened. She ended up and she was out more than she wanted to be. Again, hurt. So not one thing I do know about Dallas is Dallas they didn't afford their players to recover properly. And I say that because there's one big girl in particular that I know that I said, of course, played with my program. She was 6'7", and she was hurt and she was demanded to play. Either you play or you go home, and you ain't coming back. So when you're in that situation in this league, and it's not just Dallas, it's just the entire W, right? But you have some programs that will afford you the opportunity to spend the time recovering a little bit longer than some organizations do. Even when players want to come back, they tell you sit your $5 ass down and then you recover the right way, right? And then others is like they're trying to push you to come back sooner than you need to because they're trying to win. They're trying to win. Everybody's trying to make the playoffs. It's a number of things that happen in this league that, a lot of YouTubers and podcasters aren't very familiar with behind the closed doors, right? So when you have situations like that and you have players like Arike and some of the others that are forced to play, I mean, just look at Skylar Diggins. She was forced to play, come back early, pregnancy, play while she was pregnant all the way up until, she dang near started bleeding, all of these different things. There's certain situations and certain things that these ladies go through that we don't know about. And we're hoping that, and we're praying that, hey, maybe this player will stay, but then the player goes. They're doing what's best in the best interest for them and their career. And sometimes they go to places that are worse, and sometimes they go to places that are better. So, I mean, sometimes when you're selling a ticket as a coach, you got to sell the wolf ticket as best as you can and get the players. Some are true blue to what they say, and others are just flat out liars because they're doing what they got to do to get the player. And that's just what it is. I mean, it's the same thing going to college. It's the same thing coming into the pros. It's no different. You talk the good talk to get the player.
Well, I will tell you this. Arike got some decisions to make, like she said in that interview, because one of the things that impacted the team performance in Dallas is they had man bun, as they say on this slide. They had man bun, and now they transitioned into Jose Fernandez. Jose Fernandez is pretty much was a pick by Gino Ariano himself. So I'm hoping that he'll be a better fit for what the Dallas Wings are trying to do at head coach. But if you're Arike Ogunbowale, you have to weigh whether you go through another season with the novice head coach. Not really novice, because he's been coaching in college basketball for a long time, but he is new to the WNBA, and he was brought there because Paige Bueckers is the face of the Dallas Wings. So if you are Arike Ogunbowale, you have to decide whether you are a great fit for him in his system. If you're not a great fit for him in his system, you probably should move along. But like a lot of people were saying in the chat, the Dallas Wings can give you the max. So that's the money factor. So that's probably why she said she's got to wait to see what the CBA do, because that's going to change the money. And she got to see how that's going to work. And also she's got to see this new coach coming in. Can he effectively get the most out of Arike and Paige on the floor together? Man Bun was having a hard time with that, even with Arike and her injuries that she had last season. But Arike got to ask herself, do she want to give them another try, talking about Dallas and the new coach, or whether she want to just start fresh somewhere else altogether? Gino Gino is a great coach. So I don't doubt that him endorsing this guy, Jose Fernandez, he endorsed him. I take into account Gino's endorsement. I just don't know if Arike is gonna give it another year to figure out if they work together. And if this guy could put it together, because Man Bun was just a disaster. I mean, Man Bun was a disaster. He ran all. I know Goon talk about Paige running people out of no. Paige didn't run nobody out of Dallas. Man bun ran them people out, ran them players out of Dallas.
Exactly.
Man bun ran them people.
They ran them out, man.
They ran Dejanay out, and Alyssa Smith.
Yeah, he wouldn't listen. He wouldn't listen.
McCowan never ran in. She just looked at him, and every time she looked at him sideways, he got
dumb on her part because it got her out of the league. Dumb on her part.
Out of there. She was the first game. She was through with it. She walked off on him. I knew that was the end of her. So
you know what? It was time. It was really time for her to go. I ain't gonna lie to you. It was time for her to go.
They did bring in Lee Yarou. Then she got hurt. Arike was hurt.
Something about Dallas, man.
They brought in I think what's her name? The girl that used to be on Atlanta. Haley Jones, I think is her name. They brought her in, and they had the rookies. They had Quinlan, and they had Isaiah James. The first part of that season, you see, I talk facts. The first part of that season, we didn't even see Isaiah James
at all.
We ain't see her at all. So I don't know what man. And then as the season progressed, as he started sending people off to the left, Dejanay left. She got hurt, then she left. After all that, then you start seeing Zaza play a little bit more. And then it was just a mess, man. The job was over man Bunn's head. So I think that chaos that Arike was in the middle of, I give her grace because she was the one sitting there like, yeah, don't look. I'll never forget when Dejanay went off on old boy and Arike sitting in a chair like, I'm not in it.
I don't know nothing about what you talking about.
I'm not in it.
Arike did this.
I understand where you're coming from, Dejanay, but I can't. My
name's Wes. I ain't in that mess. I ain't a part of this coach. I ain't a part of getting this coach. I don't know what this coach doing, and I'm just gonna sit back and let it all unfold.
And then there's the thing. Then the other thing that Arike got to figure out. Dallas got the number 1 overall pick. So if they go and get AZ Fudd, like I told people. And I know people don't agree with me all the time, and that's cool. But why is the Dallas Wings getting AZ Fudd?
Right.
And they got Arike on their team.
Not even that. Look at the other guards you have. You
need bigs.
Yeah. But look at the other guards you have too, Keisha. Those guards did phenomenal.
You got JJ Quinlan. You got Zaza. You got Arike. So I know people running around here talking about AZ Fudd number 1 pick, AZ Fudd number 1 pick. That might be why Arike is like, I'm just gonna sit here and see how all this unfolds. That I'll make my decision because I'm not committing to this. And the pitiful thing, what I was telling Tulip in the chat is, it's one thing to say you're not committing to anything. There's another thing to say, look, I'm not talking to nobody about nothing. You're not going to even explore potential talking to other free agents at all, Arike? Arike said, no.
Arike said, I ain't give. First of all, I'm not giving y'all any leverage. So you're not going to know what I'm going to do. And second of all, my name been in and I ain't in it.
Arike say, no, I'm not doing nothing. I'm not talking to nobody. I'm not telling them what I'm doing. I'm not giving because that's what Unrivaled was supposed to be there for, Tony. All of them in Miami chilling. What we doing? What you doing? You going here? You going there? Should we stay there? Should we go? Should we do this? Should we go as a package? Arike says she not being a part of that conversation at all. Not even in, no, I'm over here like Switzerland. I'm neutral. My hands are up. There's too many question marks. I don't know what I'm doing.
Oh, my hands are up too. I'm just there.
Look, AC Shot Time talking about Keisha, because that's Paige Boo and Paige's team stop playing. I understand it. AC Shot Town.
You know that's what we said.
But why can't we make basketball decisions? Kurt Miller. Look, Kurt Miller. You better make basketball decisions before you be outside. Because ain't too many more seasons you're gonna be able to get away with having a number 1 overall pick on your team and you don't make the playoffs. Paige is gonna be in the same spot as Angel. Like, what we doing?
Right.
That these phenomenal players are not in the playoffs. So don't get it twisted. You're gonna be running around here talking about people's boo, and you'll be put out the door because they're not building them training facilities and all that for them not to win. I'm just gonna keep it a buck. So yeah, it's cool to have your boo thing.
Yep. Got to sit down and do what makes sense. But
when you get your boo thing, somebody got to go.
Yo.
Yeah, somebody got to go for your boo thing.
Get that money, honey.
Hold on. Thank you for the $2 super chat. Jemima said Dallas getting AWA. That's their best option. That's what I said, Jemima. But everybody telling me AZ Fudd.
Nah. Nah. You don't need another guard, man. You don't need another guard.
That's what I said.
And those other ones are experienced. AZ can probably shoot the thing, but I think coming in the league, it's just going to be a little bit different for him. It's just going to be a little different.
And Tiffy and Co say, plus, Kurt flew all the way to Spain to scout AWA, fam. AZ not in the books. Kurt has a job to keep. Now, what up? Look, I get all y'all emotions. I get it.
He has a job to keep.
But when I look at the landscape, when I look at the landscape, I'm like, I seen all the articles. AZ Fudd. And I was like, I like AZ, but
yeah, she just ain't it.
But the Dallas Wings don't need AZ unless they getting rid of somebody.
Yep.
And then once they get rid of somebody and bring in AZ Fudd, they still got a big problem.
Still got to look for a big. My point. So you're not gonna get rid of one player. You're gonna have to at least give up 3, and you don't have that many anyway, right? To get AZ, you're gonna have to give up the 1 for AZ, and then you're gonna have to give up 2 for a big. You're still gonna lose in the end when it comes to numbers, right?
I say you go and get your big with that number 1 overall pick, and then you build around it. And I know Paige wants her boo there, and she is the face of the league, but
AZ needs to go somewhere where she can establish her own name.
I agree with that. I don't like
being establish her own name.
Be honest with you. I don't like.
Do I want to come in the league? Exactly. Do I want to come in the league and be called? Oh, I'm a boo. First of all, I ain't. We ain't doing that. But second of all, I'm sorry.
Second of all, I want to establish my own self as a basketball player.
I want to establish who I am. Exactly. This is crazy, man. I'm sorry. Like I lost the first thing.
Look, he saying, "Look, you so crazy, Tony." In the WNBA, that's a basketball decision. If you want the player happy, you give them what they want. So Arike, not Felicia. So buy Arike, not Felicia. Is over 100 free agents. They find a big. And guess what? AC Shot Time Cabin.
That's a good one.
Let me explain. Let me just say this one thing to you. Dallas did that last season.
Yeah,
they got Dejanay, and then they got Nalissa.
They brought Nalissa.
And they brought Dejanay in so they could be together. How'd that work out?
Didn't work out too well, did it?
Nalissa was gone quick.
You.
Because they was getting their ass whooped.
Some programs, some players just don't fit. I mean, she went to Aces and
she went to the Aces. She fit. They won a title.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying, make basketball decisions on the floor, AC.
The right decisions.
On the floor.
It can't be emotion. It can't be an emotional tie to it. You got to do what's best for the organization.
because the Wings have had a tumultuous last, they last 2 seasons have been, it's been left to be decided. I mean, Satu rolled up out of there. And
Satu said,
and she went to the finals.
She said, deuces.
Look, she went to the finals.
She went to the finals. She went to the finals. And Melissa went to the finals.
Yeah.
2 players Dallas had. 2 bigs they had.
They went to the finals.
Both went to the finals.
They both went to the finals.
One you had last year, the other one you had for not even half of a season.
So
they both went to the finals. So Dallas, shame on you. Right? It's like, what you thinking?
I am around in these parts, and these parts the streets is talking. AC,
what they talking? What the street talking?
The streets is talking like, oh, okay. We got rid of Trammell.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, for man bun.
Listening.
Yeah, that was a disaster.
Yeah.
Satu Sabali told y'all before it was time to go. She was ready to go. The time I was over there to the Fever and went to the semifinals.
Say, kiss my grits.
Alyssa Smith,
my grits, Dallas.
Of the season and goes to the finals.
Goes to the finals.
Gets traded. She was hurt the whole time anyway. But the
right
in the playoffs.
But they were in the they were in the Final Four. They were in there.
Meanwhile, the Wings fans were at the house thinking, "What is this shit?"
hey, what's going on, Brass? Look, Brass said. Don't know.
So
about winning, baby.
I want to go on record. I love AZ Fun.
But AZ, we're not trying to hear that right now. Go somewhere and establish yourself.
It's hard to evaluate Arike when they had man bun running around there.
Mm-hmm.
But I get it. But if y'all gonna if Dallas gonna get rid of Arike, yeah, okay. If you want to bring in AZ Fun, do that. You just like AC Shot-Town was saying, you can't miss in free agency then. Meanwhile, that's why Arike say she ain't helping y'all recruit nobody.
Arike say kiss more than her grits. Arike say, I'm just here.
Kiss her grits.
Just give me a paycheck. Put me where you gonna put me, and I'm just gonna play. And that's right, Arike. Where they had the spirit, Arike. Yeah.
Hey, Brass Tags, talk to him. Brass Tags said AZ doesn't address Dallas' pressing need.
Exactly.
Hey, that's my opinion too, Brass Tags. But they keep talking about they got to get Paige Boo in Dallas. They keep talking about the Boo.
Paige better be telling her Boo that it ain't gonna work. She needs to be telling her this is a business. This ain't like college.
Do everybody work with their Boo thing?
I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on in the W. I don't know what's going on.
I'm talking about on regular jobs. Do everybody work with their boo thing? Hell no.
Because every time they do, they end up fighting.
I prefer not to.
Look, you at McDonald's, you working on the fries, you working on the meat. That's so you know, meat burgers is fun. Everybody's all mad. Come on, man.
I prefer not to have boo things together. But hey, that's just me if I was running an organization.
Oh man.
You know, because it can get dicey. Now Dejanay and Alyssa Smith then broke up.
I agree with Brass Tag. Paige won't rings, not boo things.
Look, Dejanay and Alyssa Smith broke up. Not next season, it would have been awkward.
Mm-hmm. They break up, they get back together, they break up, they get back together. They're gonna get back together after this.
Times they have
because Dejanay is at home right now. She over at home working with my boy Pluck. She in the gym working with my boy Pluck, getting her workout on.
Yeah, they do break up and get back together a lot.
Mm-hmm. Let's see if they're gonna get back together.
We're gonna see if they get back together.
Yeah,
So
break up to make up. That's all they do.
But hell, ain't nobody worried about no boo things. But I get it, AC shot. I'm not. But somebody said something in the chat that I thought was very intriguing.
What was that?
They were saying Arike can go to Houston and start off that new franchise.
You gonna let her work with your girl? What's the white girl name? Her and well, they're friends. Aren't they? They're real close friends anyway.
Who? Oh, you talking
Arike
about
and
what's that girl name with that bad mac and cheese?
Yeah.
What's that girl name? I don't know. Marina Mabry. With that bad mac and cheese. She'll be back with Marina Mabry.
And they friends. They real good friends. So
they are.
know.
Yeah, well, yeah.
You say what
I'm not mad at it. I mean, somebody had said that in the chat. They was like, well, what if Arike go what? That bad mac and cheese? Yeah. She had that bad mac and cheese. But you don't.
Hey, your girl, like, oh, you know what? Whatever. Let me not even go there.
Price tags ain't no good.
What did he say?
He said everybody know Dejanay wants to get an eggplant from time to time, allegedly.
Hey, Brass.
I can't.
Brass. Hey, Brass, you right. Because you remember when she was on Unapologetic, right? Brass be listening like me. Brass listening like, hey, Brass. Brass.
Well, Dejanay say, look, I gotta go, boo.
Oh,
that's why.
Man,
that's why this whole boo thing don't.
Yeah, man, y'all. Yeah.
Don't be making basketball decisions based on boo.
I was gonna say stuff, but I cannot say that on
YouTube. This is a family channel during the day, Tony. Stop. Look, I'm warning you. Stop.
Oh Jesus!
But
help
hey,
my little soul.
I look. Tula plays said, Keisha, who's the best player in this draft? Forget positions for a second. Ooh, that's so hard.
It's tough because they're, allegedly said it's easy, right? Because she's number one. But I beg to differ because there's so many coming out right now, y'all, that
I don't
from
know.
guards is just whew.
I don't know. And she said, don't even worry about position. Okay.
Yeah, when she said don't worry about position, now it becomes okay. Who do you pick? Keisha. She said Keisha.
Y'all not gonna like my answer.
Hit it. Your answer is your answer.
Y'all not gonna like my answer, y'all. Y'all not gonna like my answer, and I don't want to get roasted.
Hey, say what you gotta say. Who gonna roast you? Tell them kiss your grits.
I know, I don't care. It's Olivia Miles for me.
Yeah.
She's the best player in this
I've been
draft.
saying it because somebody asked me the other night, why are we talking about Olivia Miles, aka Fathead Jacob in the chat? Why are we talking about it?
It's just so much
this
she
is
can
why
do.
we talking about Olivia Miles.
It's just so much she can do for a team. Not saying that the rest of the ladies are not good. That's not my point.
You said who is your best pick?
My best player in this draft.
Positional wise, she just picked who
you
she
said
thought.
not positional wise. I'm gonna go with the person that runs the floor as a general.
Runs the floor, sees the floor, controls the floor, manages the floor.
Can shoot, can dribble, can ball handle.
Just because y'all don't see her take a whole lot of shots doesn't mean that she can't shoot. When she shoots, she's spot on the money.
But hey,
she is balling, just like Brad said. She is balling. You cannot take that away from Olivia Miles. Anybody that is depicting her game right now is someone that don't know basketball. And I'm going to just flat out say it, because if you know basketball, you would understand how strategically this young lady is playing. She's playing for something bigger than just college. She's playing for something bigger than just a moment.
And I will say this, another thing is, and I look, and with Brass Tag's pick, I don't have any problem with somebody saying AZ Fudd. Yeah. I don't have a problem with people saying other names. I don't have no problem with it. But Olivia Miles going from one program to the other program and still look like she ain't missed a beat speaks volumes to me.
Yeah.
And all that stuff people said in the off season about TCU and she going over there and what she gonna do without Hannah and all this, that, and the third.
Like Hannah made her something. Come on, y'all get out of that. Hannah didn't make her. Shit.
So
everybody have their own name.
And you know, people was in the off season talking about why she getting all these interviews. She ain't all that. Candace Parker, the ops, had her on her show, just going through plays with her. The greats don't do that with people that can't play. But that's neither here nor there. It is what it is.
It's the optics, right, Keisha? It's the optics. When you looking at, we'll take that interview, and I don't mean to cut you off. We'll take that interview you just talked about with Candace, right?
I watched that interview.
If a player can sit and be able to analyze her own individual game the way she did, speaks volume. That is a true leader explorer on the court. It's not about I can put the basket in the hole. It's not about what I can do for the team, but what can happen with the team in a whole. I know what I can bring, right? But how do I make the team? It's about a team, have the team better. Who in that team can I make better? Who in that team can I bring along? Who in that team that I can help find themselves, right? Because they can all play, because otherwise they wouldn't be on the team they're on. You know,
plays say y'all taking goggles CC over the sniper diabolical. No, Tulip. You look Tulip. Look Tulip. I'm very smart. You asked me who was the better player out of this draft.
That's what was asked.
So how does CC even come into this mix?
Yeah, CC ain't in this mix.
Now, if you want to have a conversation between AZ Fudd and Olivia Miles, for me, I understand where Brass Tag is coming from. For him, it was AZ Fudd. But for me, I just like my goggles over here doing. I like players that do a lot. So, you know, they got snipers. And they just snipe.
She's saying Miles and CC. No, because that's different. You can't make her CC because CC and Miles are different.
Yeah, they're different.
CC and Miles are way, way, way different.
Look, we over the hour, Tulip. That's another stream. We'll have that stream. That's another live stream. But I will tell you this. They need to sit down with Arike Ogunbowale. If she's not a part of their long-term goals, she needs to move along and go get that money somewhere else once the CBA is done. They need to be clear with her, because everybody knows this is Paige Bueckers' team, the Dallas Wings, and they're going to build around her.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean I don't think Arike can be the best player on a team of her own. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So Arike got to do some soul searches and deciding what she want to do. Does she want to be Paige's sidekick? Because that's essentially what it's going to be.
That's what it's going to be.
That's what it's going to be. Or do she want to lead her own team? That's it. That's the question. That's the question.
What y'all doing out there?
He said, but I love the New Jersey Afro.
I know.
Right. I love that Afro too. But
Her Afro is
I told people it was going to look. I told what I said before I answered. I said, "Oh, it's so hard."
You said it. You said they ain't gonna like your answer. You don't want
y'all not gonna like
come
my
for you.
answer.
That's what you said. They ain't gonna like your answer. They're gonna come for you. That's what you said. And I said, say it anyway.
She's such a rare commodity. The doggone WNBA.
You don't have those anymore, Keisha. You don't have.
That's what I'm saying. The WNBA don't have those guards anymore.
Point guard. You don't have a point guard that brings you a total package right now.
No,
Olivia Miles brings.
It's hard to find it, Tony.
It is.
And whatever team
it's a diamond in the rough, man. It's a diamond in the rough.
Whatever team gets her, it's gonna hold on to it for dear life because they don't come around often.
No, they don't.
So that's it. Look for Arike. I'm with you, girl. Make that decision. I'm a Arike fan. I am a Arike fan, y'all. And if you don't want to be Paige Bueckers' sidekick, then go on, roll. Exactly. Don't go too far. Go to Houston. So I can, roll up on you in Houston, get you a new, because they pulling out all the stops for Paige Bueckers. So Arike.
They are. He said he listens to Paige.
So Arike, this is Paige Bueckers' team. And I'm a root for you either way, baby girl.
He told her that. Look, she heard that.
You want to ride with Paige?
That interview.
Either you want to ride with Paige or you want to go somewhere where you can leave your own footprint and lead a team. I'm with you either way. I'm with you either way. Either way.
Arike heard that interview, Keisha. She heard him say, "I listen to Paige." She heard that.
Talking about the coach, right?
I'm tired of this shit. Yeah. Talking about the coach.
Yeah.
Arike said, "Oh, that's what it is. All right, I'm done. Don't ask me nothing else."
I'm riding with Ogunbowale no matter what. Me and Arike, we cool.
She heard that interview.
We cool.
Arike watched. She be on X. She watched the news. She listens to the podcast. Arike be everywhere.
They turning the page. Yeah, Arike, they turning the page.
It's time to turn the page, Arike. Come on, man.
They turning the page.
Did you take your team? And when it was your team,
it was your team. I labeled the people that ran up out of there. Satu ran up out of there. Natasha Howard ran up out of there. Now, Tierra McCown was always going to have to run her ass up out of there because she just as hell. Yeah. But
Tierra should, that job.
Man bun made
that
her
girl
so
play
mad.
since she was a freshman in high school. And
she just never
she ain't never changed, and she didn't develop. She never changed, and she hasn't developed. So, I'm going to say it 100 times over. She ain't never changed.
Y'all had some people on that. I mean, because even before the injuries, that Latricia Trammell team, before that year that Angel came in, they went to the playoffs, and then the next year they was full of injuries. Then you know what I'm saying? It's like, and then people was running up. All I'm telling, I just detailed all the people that went to the finals, went to the playoffs, went Dallas Wings got to get it right this season. So is at this point, they're going to have to make a decision. But Arike, your girl Keisha riding with you no matter what you do. I'm riding with you. And I understand you making your decisions after all the chips have been laid out. I get it. And I'm pretty sure Paige wants you to stay. That's the caveat to this. I'm pretty sure Paige wants her to stay. But hey, it might not be the right fit for her. So we gonna see. Brad Stats said Raven is the purest point guard in America. I like Raven.
She's very pure. I can agree with that. She's very pure.
I like Raven.
She's very pure.
I do. Hey, Chad, we about to get up out of here. All because of Tula. Because of Tula, we went over our hour.
Tulip's still in there. Tulip's still in there talking. Tulip. Stop, Tulip. Come on, man. Ain't nobody glazing no dang on
Messing
CC over
around with
Olivia.
Tulip.
Olivia over CC. Man, they're two different people.
They
They
are.
have two different playing styles. They are not the same.
Yeah, Cece, Heck,
Brad said Tulip messy.
I'm not getting into that. Brass tacks, they not baiting me into it. I'm not getting into it. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
Hey, we can get into it at 5 o'clock on my channel.
Yeah. I'm just saying, Arike told them people, look, get out my face before you get swole. No, she said.
I told you.
That's
the cuss word.
They have my face. I'm not talking to nobody. The Dallas Wings better not call me to talk to nobody. I'm not talking to nobody, and nobody needs to talk to me.
Say back up off me.
But I'm here to tell you, Arike, a couple of people coming to talk to you though. They coming to talk to you, Arike. You're gonna try to sit there in that corner, but
Arike said I ain't listening to nothing. I'm just gonna make my decision.
She gonna be sitting over there in that corner.
Tell me I'm going. When somebody pick me, I'm just gonna go.
I'm just telling
Arike,
you.
Look, Arike, if you haven't packed up your house yet, go on and start packing, boo.
It does seem like the Arike era is over, but guess what? That's why y'all got us, because we're gonna be here watching it and we'll bring it to you.
We're gonna bring it right to you. Hey, word on the street is Arike need to pack her bags. I'm just saying.
Especially if all this boot thing shit. If I was Arike and you come talking to me about somebody's boot thing, I done started packing up my bedroom right after the meeting.
She didn't already heard it. Why you say I ain't talking about nothing? I'm gonna go where I'm gonna go, and I ain't know nothing. Look, my name Bennett, and she's definitely it. She's just gonna go wherever she's told to go.
Arike,
Arike done heard through the grapevine already.
Just send me a tweet so I can make sure I get my tickets, because
you just can't have all of the guards and still try to pick a guard.
You can't have all them guards on the team.
Guards and then try to pick a guard. Come on, man.
You know,
it ain't gonna work. But nevertheless, y'all.
Nevertheless, Arike, we here for you.
You go.
It is the Paige era.
You go. It's just time for new blood, new skin.
Yeah. Somebody go find Arike in that corner.
Brad said, "I'm just here." Arike said, "I'm just here so I don't get fined."
Somebody go find Arike is sitting in the corner in the back of the room. Y'all go find her. Mm-hmm. Be a diamond in the rough. I'm telling y'all.
Arike ain't done, man. She ain't done.
I don't think. Look, I know
she ain't done.
People got they different feelings about her, but I don't think Arike is done. No,
she's not. No, she's not done.
I don't think
she's not done. She just needs. She needs to be with someone that complements her game, and that's it. I mean, the same thing we're saying about Angel, right? She needs someone that complements her game, that can run with her, and they flow as a cohesion. And once you do that, she'll be able to make it to the playoffs.
Tiffy and Cole say Arike needs to stay, boot thing or not. She only getting a max contract in Dallas. Yeah, the money matters, Tiffy and Cole. The money matters.
It does matter. She could stay and sit on the pine, I'm sure. I mean,
I said that. I said I don't have any problem with Arike. She just got to understand. I want her to stay. I'm in Dallas. I want her to stay.
Yeah, you want her to stay. She in Dallas.
But she just got to understand. Look, she just got to understand that
she ain't it.
This is Paige Bueckers' team. That's it.
And she know that. She been hearing that since Paige came. She understands that.
So, and if the boot thing comes, she gonna have to just deal with it.
Make some decisions, y'all. Make some decisions.
Make some change.
Keisha, we going on an hour and 30.
We gotta go. Bye, you minions.
You minions.
We show love. It's 1 minute and 24 minutes. Hey, hit the like button, y'all.
Hit the like button.
This has been a great discussion. Hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe to Cut the Israel Talk Sports. And at So Pretty Tony 7237. We are out of here. Thank y'all. Peace.
6'7", 6'7".
We
What's
out.
up?